Whew, sitting down here, wearing the cutoffs. People can see my lack of deltoids here. All right, so hey everyone, this is Leo from Leo J Gym, and I want to actually go over in this video about the contest that I'm going to be competing in next week. It's going to be Battle for Sparta 3, and I want to go over the 5 events that we'll be doing over at that contest. Now, I have posted a couple of clips here and there about my training that I've been doing with the contest over at the Pit Gym over in Eatontown, but I never really went into full detail as to all the events that I'll be doing over at this contest. So we're going to go through all the events and what I'm doing to train for each one of them, because obviously I won't have all the implements in hand and the rules that go down for each and every single event. So let's go ahead and open up the rule page and kind of show a couple of clips of my training while I'm at it. Awesome. So over on the side over here, we're going to have the page for Battle for Sparta 2. I called it 3. I keep calling it that a couple of times, along with the address and all the information. You can find a lot of this over at Iron Podium, and along with the logos and all the sponsors who are going to be there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to scroll right into the list of the actual events and the 5 of them that they're going to be. Oh, and just as a heads up, before I even go into all the rules, I'm going to be competing in the under 220 pound category. I'm currently weighing in at 218. I'm a week out. I don't see myself accidentally going overweight. I have done that beforehand in contests, and I hope to never have that happen again. But for the first event we're going to have over here, and they're going to be in whatever order I show up as, is going to be the max log press for the PA state record. It's going to be Wessel's rules for men, or at least in my category. We're going to be using a 12-inch log, and it's going to be for 20-pound jumps. The weight that I'm going to be aiming at for, if it's going to be even numbers, will most likely be around the 225 mark. I might try to push a little bit past that to 245. My log isn't as great as I want it to be. It's not one of my strongest events, but I have been training it a lot over the last couple of months, and I have a pretty good time actually being able to roll it up my chest and get it up there. But my pressing is what I need a lot of work on, and that's kind of why I wanted to really get to this contest, so I can really get some good overhead pressing in there. So it's going to be 3 total attempts. Max log is going to win. Second event down the list, and this is something I didn't find out until I was doing this video today, is the max frame deadlift is going to be 19-inch deadlift off the ground. This is a huge pick height. See, normally I've been training at 9 inches, which is like the regular deadlift height. So I've been training this entire time at a much lower pick height, which means I've been training for something that's a lot more difficult than what's going to be there, or at least the number is a lot more difficult. I was kind of aiming to be pulling a 600-pound frame deadlift for the contest, but since it's going to be 10 inches higher, I'm going to have to bump that number a lot higher. And since it's next week, I'm going to have to kind of figure out what I'm going to have to pull around that time. Third event in the list is going to be a yoke carry. This is going to be one of 4 or 5 yokes that I'm going to be doing throughout the year. It's going to be 50 feet down, 50 feet back. And for the weight that I'm going to be pulling at, I believe it's 550 pounds for me. So I just got to go in there, pick it up, run as fast as I can, run it back. There's going to be some penalty if I drop it at any point. So really, it's very, very important that when I'm running over this yoke that I do not drop it, except once I get to the line to turn around, obviously, and then bring it back without another drop. So got to make sure they can get it there and back without ever dropping it, because I don't want to lose or add 3 seconds of time to it. Now, the fourth event, and I find this to be pretty fun when it comes to most vehicle-based events, is going to be an arm-over-arm truck pull. I'm never really going to know what the weight of an actual truck is going to be at each contest. I have done car deadlifts beforehand. I've done car pushes beforehand. I saw a truck pull over at the Avengers of Valkyries a month ago as well, where people were having a very hard time pulling the thing. You can only really know so much ahead of time, so you're going to train for various weights. And generally when I'm training a truck pull, I'm just training, or an arm over arm truck pull in this case, I'm just training to do as much weight as possible on a sled, and I'm pulling that as much as I can. I've had a pretty good amount of time pulling a sled as heavy as I could, but again, I'm not really going to know what it's going to be like until the actual event, because you never know what kind of truck they got over there, or even the turf that you're going to be on, or the implement you're going to be sitting in. But just going to have to pull a truck 60 seconds over a 50-foot distance. And the final event is what I'm going to call the quintessential strongman event, the stone medley. It's going to be 5 stones of increasing weight starting at 55 inches, 51, 47, 43, and 40. The weights, let me scroll down the men's section over here to the rules. What am I going to have to pick up over here? Looks like I'll have to be doing a 160, 175, 190, 215, and 235 stone. So honestly, I could probably get those first 4 stones down. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that last 235 stone. I have picked up a 200 beforehand. At the very least, I know the 215 is within my capability, but it's getting it done in that 60 seconds. What I really got to make sure to do is rush push down those first 3 stones as hard as I can, step back, put some tacky towel on my forearms and really get back into it and see if I can really pull that 215 and 235 as well as I can. So those are the 5 events that I've been training for the last couple of months. I'm basically about to be in full contest mode for the rest of the year, at least from now until probably October before I have an actual off season again. And I'm very excited to start jumping in from event to event to event to event. So just follow over here for more of my training that I'm going to be doing. And of course, follow here for the eventual me competing videos I'm going to be posting onto this channel as well. So thank you guys for watching. Please follow me over on my Instagram over at LeoJGym. I also have one on Threads as well now where I'm posting a bit more about my daily workouts and a bunch of lifts that I've been doing. And until next time, this is Leo signing out.